think we have a chance!
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
How many times do I have to tell you? You just don't get it!
You're the one who doesn't get it! You're just making a lot of trouble where there shouldn't be any, old man!
What did you just call me? Say that again, I dare you!
Both of you, shut up already! You're making so much noise that I'm tempted to devour your heads just to get some peace and quiet! Honestly, I find it odd how you pirates, who are on the same side, are always fighting. Yet you don't hesitate to rescue shipwrecked Abbey sailors who are your enemy.
What's so hard to understand about that?
You're treating your ally like your enemy, and your enemy like your ally.
Seriously? You still have a lot to learn, apparently.
What the hell does the Abbey teach you, exorcists? You talk all about going around helping people, but you don't know the first thing about sailing.
Are you implying that the first thing about sailing is to help your enemies?
I can't explain it to the likes of you. Benwick, you explain it to our esteemed exorcist here.
Well, you see, when somebody out at sea is in trouble, we don't refer to them as allies or enemies. You might think nothing of being aboard a ship, but take a moment to think about how vast and deep the ocean is. Now imagine if you weren't on a ship, if you were out here alone. Sends chills down your spine, doesn't it?
I guess I can't argue with you there.
Out on the sea, even just a single board of driftwood can mean the difference between staying afloat and succumbing to the depths of the water. That's why even when we raid and sink a ship, we pull up anybody who took for the water, and we bring them aboard.
I know it sounds hypocritical to attack someone's ship and then rescue them out of the water, but that's just the way things are on the sea.
You pirates are an interesting bunch.
Plus, if the people we rescue end up getting another ship, we can attack them again and take all their new loot.
You don't go and kill every last prickle boar in the forest, or else you won't have any more to hunt later. It's the way of the world.
And my faith is gone.
All right, but why were you two fighting to begin with?
Oh right, that! I remember why. Benwick here came up and started squeezing lemon juice on the perfectly fine fried chicken I just made.
Who wouldn't do that? It's normal.
The way you drench it takes away all the seasoning and complexity of flavor that I worked so hard to get right.
No way! You have to at least put that much on, or it's not worth eating at all.
Forget about the chicken. Who wants to douse these two in a bucket of water instead?
Make it ice water.
Our scout ship has returned!
Well done! I'd expect no less from Ifrit's crew.
I knew this would be big. What a treasure!
Good luck out there. Don't come back empty-handed.
Show him how Ifrit's crew can sail.
I heard that this recent rash of demon attacks is the work of a demon known as the Lord of Calamity.
I heard that too. They say she built a nest in Mount Killaros where she breeds swarms of demons like some kind of queen ant.
Really? That's not what I heard. I heard she's a giant, hideous hag with the head of a dragon and a mouth with gnashing teeth in each hand.
I think they just called you a hideous hag.
Mouth hands? Oh, how ghastly!
That's not all. Those mouths spew forth clouds of toxic gas. Any human caught in it turns into a demon.
Wait, is that where demon blight comes from?
I couldn't say. It's just a rumor after all. But I haven't even gotten to the crazy part. This demon has a familiar, a short little thing that uses a huge board to create winds that spread the demon's poison. Rumor says that the nasty little creature takes the appearance of a trickster magician and is actually the demon's true form.
So some short little monster has caused all of this? Kind of makes you hate anyone short, doesn't it?
So the Lord of Calamity is actually a short, phony magician. What do you know?
Woe is me! My cover's been blown! Oh, my hideous hag! Devour those meddlesome humans!
You there with the big sword. You've got skills, don't you?
How can you tell without seeing me in battle?
I'm just a mere swordsmith, but I've known all sorts of swordsmen. Sometimes the sword's spirit is much weaker than its owner's, and it can't match his prowess. Other times, the sword's spirit is too strong for its wielder to master, and it holds its owner in disdain.
You can tell? Even if someone doesn't draw his sword?
Not always, but sometimes. In his case, it was easy. His spirit is in perfect sync with the one residing in his blade.
Really? I never thought about my sword that way before.
I'm sure whoever forged that sword is glad to have a man like you wield his work. I'd love to meet a swordsman to whom I could happily entrust my work. But first I need practice. I've got to sharpen my skills and my spirit.
Good luck!
Thanks.
Is the world gonna be destroyed by the bad guys? By this calamity monster? What'd I tell you about asking weird questions to strangers? Sorry, he's a real handful.
I don't mind. My little brother was full of curiosity too. Always asking everyone all sorts of questions.
Oh, is this your brother? No, I'm not. So the world's gonna be destroyed?
What would you say if I said yes?
I don't want to be destroyed! I want to be a pirate and explore the world, and I wouldn't be able to have my sister's meatballs anymore!
So, what will you do about it?
I'll stop that monster! I'll protect my sister!
Then you'll need to get stronger. The Lord of Calamity is really tough.
Stronger than a demon or a dragon?
You bet. But you'll still fight her?
I will!
Good answer. As a reward, I'll give you a good tip. If you want to get stronger, you'll need to get your own compass first.
A compass? Isn't that for ships? That'll make me stronger?
Yes, I know a boy who found a compass. With it, he traveled the world and got really strong.
Wow. I'll find the compass and get strong too!
Again, Doctor.
Good day. May I order a bouquet? I need it this weekend.
A bouquet? Is it already that time again? You're heading to a ball again this year?
That's right.
A ball?
Same as always, Nico's favorites?
No, I'd like to order lilacs this year.
Lilacs?
I thought I'd tell her the news when I visited this year.
So, you finally decided to marry?
I have. I could never forget Nico. Not a day goes by where I don't think, if only I'd made up my mind sooner with her, then asked her to move here. She wouldn't have been there on that tragic night. And yet, I have to move on.
I think that's the right decision. We can't give up on our lives over those who have left us. We have to live! I'll make the biggest lilac bouquet you've ever seen. I'm sure Nico will be happy for you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Why a lilac bouquet?
Lilacs have a special meaning. A treasured memory.
I see. I hope his message reaches her.
Yes, I believe it will.
I'm finally done cleaning up the house.
This house has plenty of room. We could add more to our family and still be fine.
But that means I'd have to work that much harder, too.
It won't be so bad. As long as we work together as a family, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and Zaveid will help out too.
Yeah, that's right. We always help each other in times of need, just like the way Zaveid does.
Aren't you the bossy one? But I hear you. We'll do it Zaveid's way.
Yeah!
I hope Zaveid comes over to play soon.
Zaveid.
We should ask them how they know him.
Yes, we should. I'll handle it. I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. I'm terribly sorry to intrude, but I was hoping you would tell me how you all know Zaveid.
Oh, do you know Zaveid too?
Yes, we have a history. I was passing by when I just happened to hear his name, and I thought I'd ask.
Oh, sure. Well, we feel like we owe him a great deal. I guess it all started when he kidnapped us.
Kidnapped you?
Let me explain. My wife and I, we were both chefs. And one day, Zaveid showed up out of the blue and practically hauled us back to his home.
There waiting for us were Theodora and these children.
Theodora?
Yeah, Theodora. You know, his girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
These children had lost their parents, and Zaveid and Theodora took them in. Then Zaveid rushed us back outside. We were so startled by how sudden it all was. We had no idea what he was going to try to make us do.
But then he asked us if we could cook the children a meal that humans would find delicious. He said that Malakim enjoy eating the same kind of food as humans do, but they lack the skills or know-how to cook it.
At this point, how could we not help? We made them the biggest and best meal we could.
It was huge and delicious. The mambo curry nearly melted my face off.
The pasta margarita was the best. Well, I love the peach pie.
But yeah, after that, we ended up stopping by the house a lot and started teaching Theodora some recipes.
We lost a child to a demon. Ever since, we've forgotten we could ever laugh. But Zaveid, Theodora, and the children, they gave us a newfound joy in life.
From a kidnapper to a savior, then.
Exactly. Until they came along, we'd never even realized that Malakim have hearts, just like people do.
It's because they do that they fight alongside you exorcists against the demons. I see that now.
Right.
What was Theodora like? I love her. When I was too scared to sleep, she held my hand and let me sleep in her bed. She reminded me of my mom.
But Zaveid was always so mean to me. One time, he even hit me upside the head.
You two were always roughhousing, being dumb and breaking stuff and getting hurt.
Hey, you want to fight?
Come on, you two. Calm down.
It sounds like these kids were well loved.
Yeah. But one day, without any warning, Theodora left the house and went missing.
And Zaveid went off in search for his love, leaving you two to care for the children.
He asked us to keep the kids safe until he and Theodora returned home.
We just recently moved here, where there's a port, because our old town was too remote.
All right, I think I get it now. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Zaveid can be a bit rough and tumble, but he's a good man at heart. If he's in trouble, I hope you'll help him out. If not for him, then for the children.
All right.
People have been saying that the Lord of Calamity destroyed Mercio, but do you know anything about what happened?
Well, Mercio wasn't destroyed. It was more like taken over. All the people were driven out.
How are other towns holding up?
Well, there are more demons around than before. I'd say people are getting nervous.
Is the demon blight really spreading?
It's the worst it's ever been these past few years.
In that case, it's more important than ever that we settle Eastgand.
Eastgand has had the least trouble with the demon blight. More importantly, there's room here for so many to settle.
So, you want to build a new town?
Yeah. I'm thinking of the area around Lake Pernia. It's high up, but it's good land.
Ready access to good fresh water is a big plus. The soil is rich there too, so it'd be a good location for a town.
All right, now I'm getting excited.
Me too. It won't be easy, but in this world, what is? Besides, I want to do my part to help people.
Okay, last thing we'll need is ladies. We can't start a town without our better halves.
Before we plan our town, we'll need to plan for romance.
Don't waste your time.
What?
No woman will fall for a guy who whines about needing love or romance to make something of himself. If you want proof, look no further than the icy glares these ladies here are giving you.
Oh, that's scorn. I've never seen anything like it.
Still, it'll be lonely there with just a bunch of guys.
Speak not of dreams. Become them. I read that in a book once. People are drawn to those with conviction, who work hard to fulfill their dreams.
In other words, find passion in something, and someone will take notice of you.
A long time ago, I read that the secret to finding love is not to fall for someone, but to make someone fall for you.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make our lakeside town a reality.
Woohoo! The girls won't be able to keep their hands off us.
Theodora. She must be that white-horned dragon, right?
She must be. I don't see any other reason for Zaveid to risk his life protecting a dragon.
To be living with human children who have gone through such trauma. The risk of exposure to malevolence would have been high.
And yet she was willing to help them. To take them in. It's no wonder Zaveid wants to save her.
But there's no way to turn her back into a Malak, right?
That's correct.
Which is why you feel you have to kill it. I don't disagree with your conclusion.
But
I think you're going about it the wrong way.
how so?
No one would stand by and permit his former love to be killed before his very eyes. Even when said love has been irrevocably changed. If you could empathize with him and talk things out, I think you two can come to terms without having to fight.
For some things, Eleanor, emotion runs too deep for reason to be heard. If he was so easily swayed that words could convince him, he would already have killed that dragon.
But still...
I'm not in the mood to argue. Let's just go.
If only I could learn how to control those flames.